One of the most loved videos that I ever made was about the Renault 5 EV. The Renault 5 EV it's just flat out cool. There's no other way to put it. It's funky, it's cool, I love it. And here's what it looks like. Finally, we've seen pre-production cars. In other words, they're coming soon. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. It's great to see you. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Sam Evans, and I'm the Electric Viking. Welcome to all the new subscribers, and welcome back everyone else. Just going to say a big shout out and thank you. We've had some people donate recently to my wife's cancer campaign. If you're new to the channel, she has stage 4 cancer. So I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who's donated to her campaign. It's meant a lot. It's been amazing. So if you want to know about what I'm talking about, I'll put a link in the description below. The Renault 5 EV, I made a video about that car because Renault originally released images of that car more than a year ago. And hey, I don't know why, but I was smitten. I thought this thing looks sexy. It's just really, really cool. You know, people love Renault hot hatches. There's this whole Renault hot hatch movement. That love has started to wane recently. The gasoline-powered hot hatches that Renault make have not been so popular the last couple of years. This can be a replacement. Just say, hey, move on from that old school stuff. Get one of these, because Renault plan on making a hot hatch version of this baby. And that's got me a little bit excited. Renault discontinued the Renault 5, the gasoline-powered version, back in 1996. So some people say it's sacrilege. They should be doing this. They should be remaking a classic. I think this thing looks so much better than the original that, hey, it's brilliant. I love it. And the cool thing is, it doesn't look like a gasoline-powered car, a petrol-powered car. And it doesn't look like an EV. It's like a brilliant combination of both of them. So, the revived Renault 5 actually has kind of Alfa Romeo-styled hidden rear door handles that are near the C-pillar. So it looks like it only has 2 door handles, but it does have, you know, those like black handles up near the C-pillar there for the rear doors, which makes it look even better. There's also an LED light bar across the tailgate, and it looks like there could even be LED lights across the front bonnet as well. Now, apparently something weird's going on here, because the resurrected Renault 5 won't be an all-new car, because it's going to borrow as much as 70% of components from the Clio and Captur by utilizing the same CMF-B platform, which has been kind of changed to be used for EVs. Now, I thought this was going to be a complete ground-up refresh redesign, so I was a bit disappointed to hear that, but you never know, it could still be a good car. We'll have to wait and see. So why are Renault actually doing that? Well, they say they can save 30% on manufacturing costs compared to the Zoe. That's a pretty big saving. They want to sell this at an affordable price. The original goal was to sell these for around 25,000 euros. What's that, about 28,000 US dollars? Not exactly a bargain, but I think it's still a pretty reasonable price. So what else do we know about the 5? Well, it's getting 4 large battery modules arranged in a single layer, according to Motor1.com, compared to the Zoe's 12 smaller modules to remove 15 kilos. So in other words, smart packaging in the battery means you can remove weight. It's not a structural battery pack. It should be. It's not, unfortunately. But they're still going to remove some weight by smartly packaging the battery. In addition to the lighter battery pack, it'll also have a higher energy density versus the Renault Zoe. Obviously, the Renault Zoe is a pretty old vehicle now. And in addition to that, it'll have better rigidity and reduced NVH levels. So it'll be quieter, structurally more rigid. And more importantly in all those things, in my opinion, is that it won't be a 1-star car. Yep, Renault Zoe scored 1 star in Euro NCAP safety testing. Should it even be legal to drive 1 star? Maybe 2 or 3 is all right, but 1, wow, that just blows my mind. It blows my mind because people say stuff like this, right? Blanket statement. EVs are all safe. I mean, it's just the way they're designed. It doesn't mean anything that Tesla's got the safest cars in the world, because every EV is safe. No, wrong. Flat out wrong. 1 star Renault Zoe. What about the new BMW EV, which scored, wanted to get a brand new EV 6 months ago, 4 stars. Not as easy as you think to get 5 stars these days on safety tests. Doesn't matter if it's an EV or it's an internal combustion car. This will be almost certainly a 5-star safety vehicle. In other words, much safer than a Renault Zoe. One of the other things that this car will have that a lot of hot hatches don't have is much better suspension. Torsion beam rear suspension is very common on most hatches, even hot hatches. Torsion beam rear suspension it can be pretty bumpy. This will have, though, independent multi-link rear suspension. In addition, Renault's performance arm Alpine plans a hot hatch version, which will come out in 2024. I made a video on that car, actually. It's called the A290. I'll put a link in the description to the A290, which looks unreal. One of the coolest looking cars I've ever seen in my life, period. So those are the details. Basically, the Renault Zoe sucks in comparison to this fantastic Renault 5. If you're planning on buying a Zoe, just don't. It's crazy. Why would you buy a one-star safety car? Might as well ride a bicycle. Buy an electric bike. It'd be just as safe, probably. Maybe even safer. Maybe you'd have more chance to dodge things. I don't know. Anyhow, if you're really set on Renault, just wait your time. Wait it out. Get one of these, because these look fantastic. But that's just my opinion. What do you guys think? Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.